This is Jeopardy! Here are today's contestants. Player 1, Player 2, Player 3, and now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Hey, Johnny, thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You all look eager to get underway, so let's get right into it. And we have one daily double awaiting you in these categories: American history, Meet the Robinsons, mythology and art, pets, colorful language, and out of this world. All right, let's get back into this. Player 1 has control of the board. After General Cornwallis surrendered at Yorktown, this American traitor accompanied him back to England. Yes, Player 1. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on the plus control pad. Right you are. Player 1, pick again. In 1898, Americans were urged to remember the battleship named for this state. It sank in Havana Harbor. Player 1? Yeah! That's right. Way to go. Choose again, Player 1. This January 1st, 1863 document liberated all slaves in regions still under Confederate control. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yeah! That's it. We return to you, Player 1. The New Deal refers to the economic recovery and social reforms implemented by this U.S. president. Okay, Player 1. That is correct. Please pick again, Player 1. In 1609, this captain was injured in a gunpowder explosion and lost his leadership role in Jamestown. Let's hear it, Player 1. Good. You again, Player 1. In 1947, he shattered baseball's color line. Player 2. That's correct. Select again. Like a famous mister of song, it was the nickname of tap dancer Bill Robinson. Yes, Player 1. Yeah! Right. Player 1. Yeah! Answer. It's the Daily Double. You are in first place. So, what's your wager? Here is your clue. This Motown legend co-wrote My Girl and Tears of a Clown. Congratulations, you're still in first, Player 1. Player 1, back to you. In 1951, he defeated Jake LaMotta to become middleweight boxing champ. It's Player 2. Right. You get to pick again. Emmanuel Goldenberg was the real name of the Robinson who used this first name on the stage. Okay, Player 1. Correct. Choose again, Player 1. A statue of this Roman sea god is a perfect choice for a fountain. There's one at Peterhof in Russia. Yes, Player 3. Yes. Player 3. A sarcophagus at Hearst Castle depicts this group of 9, including Erato, who inspires love poems. It's player one. Yes. Player one. Let's get Kelly's assistance on this clue.
This city statue of Geffen and her oxen is a bit less famous than the Little Mermaid.
Player one. Yep. Please pick again. Praxiteles sculpted this Greek equivalent of Mercury carrying the infant Dionysus. Let's hear it, player three. Good. We return to you, player
Get
three.
psyched
At the Louvre by looking at Antonio Canova's sculpture of this Roman god and Psyche. Okay, player two. You got it. You get to pick again, player two. With more than 70 million living with American households, this is the most common house pet in the United States. It's player one. Right. Player one. This type of parrot that bears the name of a South American river can get used to cooler temperatures. Player two. Yes. You again, player two. Often advertised in comic books, see these are actually brine shrimp in suspended animation. Okay, player two. Good for you. Select again. William Howard Taft was the last pres to have one of these grazing at the White House. Her name was Pauline Wayne. Let's hear it, player one. Hey, you're right. Player one, back. One of the oldest domesticated dog breeds is the Saluki, the royal dog of this ancient people. Yes, player three. That is correct. Player three, back to you. Classified advertising section of the phone book listing subscribers by type of business. Okay, player two. That's correct. Player two. A karate kid may aspire to this high rank, kuroi obi in Japanese. Yes, player three. Good. We return to you, player three. This fastest of dogs is one of the oldest breeds. Its likeness appears on an ancient Egyptian tomb. Let's hear it, player three. You are correct. Select again. A California national park is named for this tallest living type of tree. Player two. Yes. Player two. This colorful name for the U.S. Army Special Forces comes from their unique hats. It's player one. That's right. Way to go. Choose again, player one. The gravitational pull of this object is the main force holding the solar system together. Player two. Yes. You again, player two. Galileo was the first person to see the rings around this planet. Let's hear it, player three. Yes. You get to pick again. Not the first, but this second planet is the hottest because its atmosphere causes a severe greenhouse effect. Yes, player 3. That is correct. Player 3, you pick. The comet named for him was last seen in the skies in 1986 and won't return until 2061. It's player 2. That's correct. Here's the $1,000 clue for you. Like Pluto, Haumea and Makemake are designated as this kind of planet. Okay, player 2. That's correct. The Double Jeopardy round will begin right after this. We start the Double Jeopardy categories with this one. Graphic novels on film. Right on, soldier. Somewhere. The 20th century. Rocks and minerals. And language lab. Hey, it's still anyone's game, and player 3, you get to select first. History diverges from this film, as the Spartans also had over 1,000 men from other Greek cities fighting at Thermopylae. It's player 1. Yep. Please pick again, player
Johnny
1. Depp is in England on the trail of this serial killer in the Alan Moore-inspired film From Hell. Player 2. Right you are. We return to you. Tom Hanks takes his son on a violent mission of retribution against a gangster boss in this film. Let's hear it, player 2. Correct. Player 2. Back. Sadly, 1994's The Crow, about a man who comes back from the dead, was the last for this star. Okay, player 1. Good for you. Player 1. Thora Birch and Scarlett Johansson are friends who move in together after high school in this spooky film. Yes, player 1. Yeah, good. Please pick again, player 1. A student at Sandhurst, he later served in British military intelligence before creating his British super spy. Let's hear it, player 3. You got it. Select again. This author of Starship Troopers was a graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy. Player 2. That's it. Choose again. Player 2. Lew Wallace served as a major general in this war before penning Ben-Hur. Okay, player 2. Hey, you're right. You again, player 2. Edward Gibbon was a captain in the Hampshire Grenadiers before writing The Decline and Fall of this empire. It's player 3. That is correct. Player 3, back to you. This Grecian fought at Salamis and Marathon. His 70 plays include The Oresteia and Prometheus Bound. Yes, player 1. Right. You get to pick again, player one. This strike-slip fault that runs through California is named for a lake that's in the rift. It's player two. You are correct. Player two. We are volunteering the information that Klingman's Dome is the highest point in this state. Let's hear it, player one. Right. Player one. Johann Strauss Jr. conducted the Blue Danube Waltz publicly for the first time at a February 1867 concert in this city. Yes, player one. Right. Player one, you pick again. Dating from medieval times, Gamla Stan, Old Town, is the cradle of this Scandinavian capital. Player two. Good. Choose again. Player two. Answer? One of the daily double. You're in second right now. How much? And the clue. Chisago is a county in this state, as is Hennepin. You've moved up to first place. Please pick again, player two. In the 1920s, this fascist leader of Italy set up a puppet regime in Albania and reconquered Libya. Okay, player one. Correct. We return to you, player one. Elizabeth II succeeded her father, this man, who died unexpectedly at age 56. Player three. Good. You again, player three. Answer? The second daily double, player three. You're in last place, so let's see if you can close the gap. What'll it be? And the daily double clue. On February 8th, 1904, Japanese ships attacked this country's fleet at Lushun, Manchuria, beginning a war. Yep. Select again. On February 15th, 1965, Canada's new flag, which featured an 11-pointed one of these, flew for the first time. It's player one. Yeah. Good. You get to pick again. On Valentine's Day, 1989, the Ayatollah Khomeini showed no love for this author's satanic verses, giving him a death sentence. Yes, player one. That's correct. Player one, pick again. For its state mineral, Colorado chose rhodochrosite, which is a deep shade of this primary color. Okay, player one. Right. Player one, back. This blackboard rock is formed when shale is subjected to immense heat and pressure. Let's hear it, player one. That's right, way to go. We return to you, player one. Galena is the principal ore of this metallic element, symbol PB. Yes, player one. Correct. You get to pick again, player one. Scoria, a dark glassy rock created from this, is heavier than pumice and has bigger holes. Let's hear it, player one. Yes. Select again. On the Mohs scale, this mineral can be scratched by every other mineral. Okay, player three. You got it. Player three, pick again. Most languages of Western Europe get their words for read and write from this language's leggere and scribere. It's player one. Correct. Player one, Hochdeutsch is the modern standard form of this language. Player two. Right you are. Please pick again, player two. The pinyin system for writing this language in the English alphabet was officially adopted January 1st, 1979. Okay, player two. Yes. You again, player two. In French, Hier Henri m'aimait, yesterday Henry loved me, is an example of this flawed past tense. Let's hear it, player one. Right. Now let's take a look at that $2,000 clue, shall we? Douglas Hyde, also known as Ancrethan Ethan, fought to preserve this language and founded a league of the same name. Player two. Good. You all move on to Final Jeopardy, which will continue after these messages. So much depends on how you do in the Final Jeopardy category, which today is geometry. So, what's your wager? Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. The Final Jeopardy clue is as follows. It's an ellipse with an eccentricity of 0. Did you come up with the correct response? And this correct response will add how much to your score? And your response? And that correct response will add... Let's see your response. With that correct response, you will gain This makes you our new champion, Player One. So congratulations. Good game. Thank you so much for playing.